What's up, guys? Have you ever heard of a grandma? Yes, a grandma. And what about a grandma playing bingo? Now remove the grandma and add romance. You mix it all together and then you get romance bingo. Now for this bingo, I've chosen the quintessential quintuples. Now you're probably wondering, what is the quintessential quintuples? Basically, it's an anime about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 girls and 1 guy. Yeah, I know it sounds like a start of a very naughty movie, but no, I'm not joking, that's the anime. Well, so let's start with the bingo. You can have a row, a column, or a diagonal, and then you win. So let's get started. Well, the first episode introduces us this guy, which is our main character. We can see that in this show they are talking about high schoolers. High schoolers? 16 years old? Yeah, that's another space marked.
Not.
Well, then we see the main guy,
If you skip the
which is
beef
broke by the way,
it's
buying
rice,
his lunch.
soup, and vegetables.
And then we have some guys
Alone as
start talking,
always.
which I don't count as
loser.
validation for Loser MC.
I
And
found
then he
this
started
spot
arguing
before
with a
you did.
girl about the
The
table.
next table is wide open.
For like
I
actually
think you
no
should
reason,
move.
because it's just a
This
table,
is the
but you
table
know,
that I sit at
that's
every
like the
day.
anime, I guess.
Why don't you move?
Look, Uesugi's eating lunch with a girl.
Is she stupid? Seriously? She's all red. You could have switched seats.
He then does like what every mother tells us not to do, and just looks at another people lunch, and he's saying, "Oh my God, she's rich. Did you figure out she's rich?" You know. He then flexes his grades on her.
I'd be happy
She
to
then
share mine.
suggests to like split her
Anything,
meal with
you
him,
ordered way too
and
much
then
food.
he just calls her fat for no
Don't get
reason.
fat.
Yeah, I'd have the same expression as her, to be honest. His sister called him and said she found a job for him, tutoring for a very rich family, so we can pay off their debts. Broke boy, broke boy. He also deletes his sister, so we can cross it off in our bingo. And here we got fan service for the first time in like the episode, so we can cross it off in like the bingo. Well, like now she like drags his food and like make him go to sleep. He'll be looking like this. So I think we count her as a Valorant female MC. So there's another mark for us in the bingo. We just need love triangle and critical interruption, and we finish the bingo. Well, in the end, it reveals to us like he married one of his sisters, which doesn't really help us in the bingo at all, because I don't have like a spot for marriage. But yeah, that's good too. Maybe next episode will be better. Well, so right now we have like one way, like one main way, which is to get love triangle and to get the critical interruption. Let's hope this next episode gonna give us that. Well, at the start of the episode, he makes them take a test to see how well they do. But because they are stupid, just like Patrick, they all failed, which doesn't really relate or like help us in the bingo at all, but you know, it's funny enough. Then he receives a letter from Miko, telling him to meet her on the rooftop, because she got something to tell him. And this dumbass just like interrupts it as a fucking love letter. We then get to the rooftop thinking she's gonna confess to him.
Cafeteria? But I didn't want to risk anybody hearing me. It's just...
Yeah, nah, she didn't confess her love to him. She just wanted to say that she knew the answer to a question he asked them. So yeah, I think we can add it to the bingo as a misunderstanding. So hell yeah, another square is done. We then move through with the episode and get revealed to us that she likes hairy old men.
And I like hairy old men.
Which, you know, I'm not the one to shame anyone for the preferences. But yeah, that's low-key wild as shit. Then we get a scene of her buying him a drink. After that, she realizes he a fraud, and he doesn't know anything about the subject she likes. So she feels betrayed, and she calls him a fraud. So he gets really offended by her calling him a fraud. So he learns the subject, I don't know really. So he learns the subject to prove he's not a fraud. We have like two scenes of them being Mongolian. And yeah, and then actually realizes he learned the subject for her. He buys her a drink to like make up together. And in the end of the episode, she realizes she likes him, and that's how the episode ends. Well, overall, not so eventful for the bingo, because we only got one square, and we got like half of the love triangle, because she likes him, we only need one more girl to like him. It's like the episode starts like as usual, it's time to teach them all of this shit, I don't know, I don't really mind it. And yeah, like the only one who stuck with him are Miko and Nino, because all the others just finds way to like leave. The boy be looking just like a Russian with alcohol. Yeah, look at those moves. Yeah, so basically Miko and Nino are like arguing to each other. Our boy is hungry, so to settle the beef, they're doing a cooking contest.
Fine.
They be trying to be just like my boy Sora, so we get some cool animations of them cooking. And then we see that Nino dish looks way better than Miko's, because Miko's look uneatable, and Nino looks decent. Like I won't give Miko dish to my dogs even. Like he should have received the "you are an idiot" sandwich treatment. Then he said they are both equally as good. Miko blushes, and that's the end of the scene. You might be wondering, what about the bingo? Oh, don't you worry. Oh yeah, that looks like a bus scene to me. Yeah, let me add it to the bingo real quick. Ba-bang! Wait, the book's falling? A fish? I called it, yeah. It's accidental physical touch. Another one to the bingo. Let's go. Another one bites the dust. We are so close to bingo. Wait, now I'm gonna bet. It's like... It's gonna be a critical interruption. I called it! Let's go! Another one for the bingo! Let's go! We only need one more. We only need the laugh triangle, and because it quintuples is 5 girls, we're gonna get it. We are so close. And after this, nothing really happened in the episode. No new squares and like nothing interesting. So let's do episode 4. So we start the episode 4 with the main character and Itsuki taking his little sister to the arcade. Now we wouldn't count this as fake dating, because you know they're not like dating completely, it's only like one time going to the arcade. And there's not like any like thing about them being romanticized, so that's fine. So like after this, after like the arcade, we can see that like 4 of the guests are going to a festival, buy off their outfits. Now we wouldn't really count it as a school festival because it's, you know, it's not about the school itself, it's about the festival. So we can't really cross it off, but you know, that's fine too. My boy giving the same vibe as the monkey with the oxygen. So, you know, if there was the fireworks scene, then we could have squared it off, but we don't have it in the bingo. And to add on that, like they have like the tradition of all 5 of them watching it together, so now he has to go find all of them. Also I have to say that like in this clip, they be looking like the Moominims. So like nothing really happens for the rest of the episode, he just goes around and like finds them. And then we get teased by this scene, which I really hoped she would say like, oh my god, I love you and all this shit, but she didn't say anything, which resulted in me not being able to say love triangle. But let's hope episode 5 will treat us better. Well, since nothing really happened in the episode itself, only towards the end, I want to say like why I watch romance anime. Well, like personally, I really liked it. Because you know, it gives you like a new way to look out at love. Because in most of the times it's like innocent love. It's slow burn, you actually waste 3 hours of your life just to see two characters kissing. And you know, we can say, why would you do this? It's not really actual rom-com, it's anime, it's animated. But like, personally, it changed my way of like looking at life. And like, when I was like at my worst, I could have seen further and better future when I watch anime, especially rom-com anime. But yeah, that's like why personally I really liked romance anime and why I even did this bingo to the first place. And in the end of the episode, we can see them like celebrating together, which is really cute in my opinion. Like Nino got what she asked for, so yeah. So we start the episode 6 by him trying to teach them. And then for absolute no reason, we get another bus scene, which would have helped us if we didn't already mark the square off. And then we see that he raised up Chica, which you know what that's mean. A love triangle, which, if you didn't know, it's the last square we need. Let's go, let's go. We finished it. We finished it. Bingo, bingo. Well, after 6 episodes of the romance, we finally got a bingo. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.